Today I want to show you this beautiful 1958 black and white television. It's one of my favorite pieces. And that's because it's not just a television, it's very versatile. It does have a record player on top, which can play vinyl as well as shellac records. And it also has a very versatile radio with great reception. It can even receive FM stations from Slovenia, which is impressive since I am here in Austria. Now, I did restore it about a year ago, and it's worked perfectly ever since. It's very reliable. I can watch any kinds of old movies with it. I can connect it up to my notebook or any other computer or DVD player and just turn it on and it works perfectly fine. Even the high frequency pitched noise that the electronics produce is quite silent in comparison to other televisions I've restored. So, fantastic piece of kit, I'm very happy. Starting at the top here, there is this beautiful dual record player. It has 4 speeds, 78, 45, 33 and 16 RPM. You can change between M and N. M stands for micro groove, N for normal groove. Micro groove for vinyl records, normal groove for shellac records. Here's the TV part, nothing special to say about it. Standard TV controls from the time. It does have an indicator for how strong the station you're receiving is, which is something interesting I haven't seen in many other TVs from this time. And here's the radio part. It has FM, AM, a bass regulator, treble regulator, customize the sound any way you want. On the bottom here there are 2 big speakers, as well as an electrostatic tweeter, which is something common in Austrian radios from the time, but still very nice to see. Left and right from this device there are also 2 speakers, which can be disabled in radio mode. And I also got this beautiful original antenna for it. I mean, it isn't like I can receive anything with it, but it's still nice to have. Now for a sound demonstration, I can play you a vinyl as well as a shellac record. Obviously, we gotta give the radio a go as well.
U parku Grič dogodila se pak velika promjena u arheološkim istraživanjima.
Absolutely sounds fantastic. Beautiful, isn't it? I absolutely love it. I love to use it. Great thing. Now, you might be wondering, how does it look inside? What did I do to get it to work again? Well, good thing is I did videotape everything. Bad thing is it is moderated in German because I didn't expect to share it anytime. So I will just add subtitles and moderate over the videos, whatever fits the situation best. Now, here is the TV part. It is very clean, incredibly clean. It looks very original. Everything great condition, essentially. Well looked after, but also cleaned by someone in the past. Still, I'm very surprised about the condition and I even have a live comment to this. Das mache ich jetzt einmal ganz kurz zum ordentlich dokumentieren. Ich habe noch nie so ein schönes, sauberes Gerät bekommen. Noch nie. Noch nie, nie, nie. Das ist wirklich unglaublich. Total sauber. Surreal. Really couldn't believe it. It's just so clean. Insane. now I'm essentially documenting what I need to, what kind of connections I need to pull out to get the chassis out. Very necessary step actually, because otherwise I probably wouldn't be able to put it back together. Der ist indiziert, obwohl es prinzipiell wahrscheinlich wurscht wäre. Und natürlich der Röhrensockel. Der ist geklebt worden. Sehe ich jetzt erst. Okay. This was taped with electrical tape in the past. Not a great sign, but in the end it didn't really matter. Sehr, sehr schön. Now the radio part is essentially in as good a condition, absolutely beautiful, no issues, no dust. And very surprisingly, the TV part is plugged into the radio part with essentially a 230-volt plug back in the day. Für einen Fernseher oben der Netzstecker, da unten am Radio angesteckt. Das ist nicht irgendwie fix verkabelt, das ist ja tatsächlich der Netzstecker, der das Gerät gehabt hätte. Very surprising solution. Oh, und das fühlt sich sogar relativ gut an. Feels solid. Nicht schlecht. I would have expected it to be soldered, but whatever. And the original screws. Wenn die Rückwand eigentlich befestigt war, anstatt von den Schrauben da, sind auch noch da. Das ist natürlich super. So, nochmal kurz zum Dokumentieren. Da hinten war ein weißer Stecker, der war bei einem weißen angesteckt, und da ist noch ein brauner Stecker, der ist beim braunen angesteckt. Den werde ich jetzt auch runter tun. Und weg von der Radio-Chassis kommt ein Kabel, das war mit dem weißen da oben angesteckt. Das ist komisch verdreht. Ja, man sieht, das ist Stupido. Da habe ich jetzt Issues. Ja, mal schauen. When getting the chassis out, you can see it better. It is again in very good condition. And what's very surprising is that there is no oxidized contacts. Way too clean. And the capacitors, the wax capacitors, the old ones, they seem to be in very good condition also. Usually there would have been some kind of waxy residue that would have came out, or it really wouldn't look that good. It would be discolored from heat. This one is obviously defective, but that's a 230-volt filter. It's just a filter capacitor. It doesn't really need to be there. I'll just remove it. But very surprisingly, it's really nice. Almost sad to try to get it in a working order again. Historic value destroyed. Very sad. Although the housing did get a new coat of lacquer, so it isn't too historical. Here you can see the underside of the TV chassis. Again, in optical terms, very pleasing, very nice, very clean. No waxy residue, no discolorings, no discolorations. Very nice. You don't really see many devices from that time that look this good. Still, I will have to replace those capacitors. They will be electrically bad. The big ones at the bottom will be a bit harder to replace. Or, I mean, not hard, expensive. They are mechanically large, have very high voltage ratings. But still, looks fantastic. Here you can see the inside of the high voltage cage. While it does kind of look like on the bottom of the chassis as if it didn't have many hours of use, here you can see, I mean, the tubes are replacement tubes. Some of them from the brand Ultron. Ultron was a cheaper European replacement tube brand. It was quite popular back in the day. I saw a lot of them when restoring old televisions and radios. You can also sometimes still get them, but they were high quality replacement tubes usually. And you can see on the flyback transformer in the back here, there is a lot of residue on there. Probably old dust that got baked on there. Nothing I can really do about it except scrape it off, which I did. to some extent, but to some extent, I guess it's fine. Here is the chassis with all of the capacitors on the bottom side replaced, except for one electrolytic. Now, what I always like to do, as you can see here, I like to replace old electrolytic can capacitors with multiple values in one can with those 3D printed things that house multiple PCB mount capacitors, because they are way cheaper and way better than what you can get in a comparable form factor to the old capacitors. I mean, that's new technology. No one uses can capacitors anymore, or everyone uses those tiny PCB mount ones. So I use those little 3D printed mounts and put them in, and it's fine. Always a great solution, always very cheap. Der da oben ist, wie schon einmal gesagt, der ist nicht mehr in der Schaltung. Den lasse ich aber drinnen, weil sonst, ja, muss man nicht unbedingt rausholen. Ja, sehr schön. Auf der Top-Seite ist auch getauscht. Im Hochspannungskäfig der Booster-Kondensator da ist getauscht. Und noch der Papierkondensator parallel zu der Windung von dem Trafo da. Den habe ich auch noch getauscht. Also ist eigentlich alles soweit erledigt. Der nächste Schritt ist, diesen Elko hier ausbauen, und ich möchte ihn eigentlich aushöhlen und ausstopfen mit neuen Elkos. Now this electrolytic capacitor here, I'm planning to get it open, remove all of the old material and put some new ones in there. I did that. It was absolutely horrible and I wish I would have done it a different way, but it's done now and it worked and it's fine. Die Topseite will ich nicht geben. Also, ja. Wird das, glaube ich, recht aufwendig werden. Bin ich gespannt. First test of the television is successful. I'm over the moon at this moment. Now in this video, I'm showing essentially the finished radio chassis. I'm very impatient, so I wanted to finish it the same day as the television. So in the original audio of this video, I am cursing this thing because it was horrible to do compared to the television. Because all of the soldering joints, all of the points I needed to go to were behind some other things, and there were no mounting points for those capacitors, so I had to add this little terminal strip, and it's yeah, oh my god. But in the end, even though I wanted to finish this on this day and this day only, and I worked to, I don't know, 3 a.m., I did finish it successfully. Everything works fine, and my repair is working to this day. Now, if you want to see more of my projects, I am planning on posting a few videos, maybe showing some projects I've already done, like this one, or some new projects. I'm essentially always working on stuff, and I thought, well, might as well post it on YouTube. Maybe someone's interested. And if not, I will still post it because, well, I don't know. Documentation is important. Goodbye.